you for tuning in to TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is Magnificent Monday. So I hope your Monday has started out to a great day so that you can have a wonderful, super terrific week, okay? And make the best week ever. No stress, no headaches, no none of that. It's going to be a beautiful week for you. That's what I declare for you, okay? Now we're going to get into it because I have something I really want to share with you that really helped me out. So I'm hoping by me providing this information to you, it helps you out as well. But before I do, please like, subscribe, and share, because if you get something out of this, chances are someone else will as well. So share it with those you know, love, and care about. All right, and let's get into it. So I'm trying to figure out how to put this, the best way to put this. So I'm in therapy right now, which I've mentioned before, because I'm trying to get over I am getting over some of the traumatic events that have happened throughout my life that I feel are holding me back from the potential of being my whole true self. And it's funny that I actually just said that whole true self, because what I'm talking about today is the different parts of yourself and how they affect you. So one of the things my therapist asked me about was some memories. Okay, so it's a couple of memories that I don't know. Well, let me say that it's a couple of experiences that I don't remember. Okay, I know the gist of it. I can remember some of it. Like one of them, I can remember the whole event. But I don't. But there's a part of it I don't remember that I blocked out from myself. And when we first started, and she asked me about it, what I saw is a door that was locked. And then from there, what I saw was a door that was locked and had a man standing in front of it. And this man had a feeling to me of like a protective brother. Like this was the stuff that he wanted to shelter me from and keep me from. So it didn't affect me, doesn't keep me from functioning in a day-to-day life. And it was almost like you don't need to know what's in that room. You don't need to know what's on the other side of that door. You don't need to go there. And I think I actually started seeing the door when I watched the series Upload on Amazon Prime. I think that was when I actually started seeing the door. Like when I saw that door, I saw a door. Okay. And the reason I'm bringing this up and the reason I'm even sharing this with you is because when she said something to me about it and we started talking about it, I realized that the brother figure that I saw in front of the door was a part of me that I am using to protect myself from some experiences that I don't want to experience again, or that I don't want to think of, or I want to shelter myself from. And so what I did is to make it easier to get to the door and find that information behind the door, what I told my therapist is that I would start meditating on that person, and as far as me talking to them and interacting with them and telling them what it is that I need, and asking them why they're doing this. So kind of having a dialogue with that part of myself that's trying to hide this information from myself, that's trying to protect myself from this information. And when I thought about that, it started thinking about other areas and aspects of my life as well. So there's a piece of me that is the not so good side of my mama. I'm glad my mama don't watch this. But the not so good side of my mama. I have a version of that inside of myself. And I noticed it came out the other day when I was very tired, very frustrated, and just angry. And so there was something that happened, and that anger side took over, and I started like becoming that dragon queen. And it was in that moment that I saw, because this was after I went to therapy, so after we talked about it, I saw that part of myself, and I saw how angry she was, and I saw how she was the one that was that the Hulk, okay, that I'm about to tear up everything, Hulk smash. No, that was that part of me. And so then it was like, okay, so I need to sit down with that part of myself as well. And it got me to really thinking, like, we always talk about that inner child. Oh, you got to heal your inner child. You need to talk to your inner child. I even made videos on it, okay? Talking and dealing with working with your inner child. But your inner child isn't the only one that needs working with. Your inner child isn't the only one that needs help. Your inner child isn't the only one holding you back. Okay, we have other versions of ourselves. And I know it sounds crazy, like you have multiple personalities or something. No, but it's just different parts of the whole. You know, like in our physical body, we have hands, we have arms and wrists and legs and thighs and, you know, chest and, you know, booty and lungs. And we have all these different parts to ourselves, okay? To our body, you know, your toes. So if your toe hurts, you fix your toe, right? Because that's the part of your body that's hurting. If I break my arm, I'm gonna fix my arm because that's the part of my body that's hurt. Well, it's the same thing if you think about it in the emotional or a spiritual content, okay? You switch it over to that and compare it to something spiritual, it's the same thing. We have that emotional side of us. What's inside that emotional side of us? We have anger, hate, love, what me and my best friend call magenta, that feeling. You just feel like blah. You know, you're not good, not bad, not happy, not sad. You just existing. You're just blah. You know, so you have all these different emotions and all these different feelings that you have. Just like we have all these different parts of the body. Is something wrong with your heart? Do they just look at your heart? No. They look at your heart. They look at the vessels. They look at the blood flow. They look at the cholesterol. They look at the blood pressure. They look at all these different things because of this one part that's not working correct. And it's the same thing on a spiritual level when you're doing this work. So yes, we do have that inner child inside of us. Yes, that we do need to pay attention to. We do need to spend some time with. But we also need to spend some time with that side of us that's angry. We also need to spend some time with that side of us that's lonely. We also need to spend some time with that side of us that is trying to protect us from stuff that we need to know and understand. You know? So we have all these different sides of us and all these different parts of us that we actually need to spend time with as well. And so when they rear themselves out and they come out and they're not in the most pleasant of ways, then that's when we take time to spend with that one. Okay, and say, okay, when I go sit down and meditate, I'm gonna meditate with this part of myself to figure out what's going on. Where's this imbalance come from? How can we work this out? So when I sat down and I meditated with that part of myself that's trying to hide and save me and protect me from what's behind this door, these experiences that we had that are blocked from my memory that I can't even access because they lock behind this door. So I get to sit down and talk to them and tell them like, okay, honey, listen, I know you were doing this job for me and I appreciate it. But at this time, I need to know what's behind that door because it's affecting us. It's preventing me from doing these other things that I need to get done. Because whatever's behind that door, I don't know. And because it's something that's unknown, it's affecting me. It's bothering me. I need to know what happened, good or bad. I need to know what happened. And so that's kind of the conversation I had with that part of myself. And so now, you know, I can kind of see the door. It's unlocked. It's kind of cracked, but I'm not waiting. I'm not doing anything with that till I get to therapy. But the point of it is that I don't have that anxiety anymore about the door. Because I had the conversation with the part of myself that was blocking that had that locked away. And so it may be something similar going on with you. It might not necessarily be something that you're protecting yourself from. Maybe it's something that you have a problem with. Like me. I have a problem with love. I know I do. I have a problem with love. Not that I'm going to go into all these details with it on here, but I have a problem with love. And because of it, there are issues that stem from that in my heart. There are issues that stem in relationships. Like I don't feel as close or connected to other people because it's an issue that I have with love. And so that's something else that I'm working on, you know, something else that I'm sitting down. Like I'm talking to that part of myself that wants to love everybody and to see like, why aren't we sharing this with everybody? Why are you so closed up? Why are you so afraid to share with everybody else? And before you perverts get to that, that's not the kind of sharing I'm talking about. Okay, I'm talking about actually sharing love, like loving and caring about other people. Not that kind. Anyway. But anyhow, but that's how it is. You have these different sides of yourself, not just your inner child, that are screaming and asking for help or needing your attention as well. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So that's the message for today, y'all. I really need to start drinking some more water. Y'all can see I'm starting to get hoarse. If you don't know, I do all my videos on the same day. I just scheduled them. And so this is like my sixth video. So I'm starting to get a little hoarse. But anyway, but that's the video for today. I love you guys. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. Because if you got something out of it, chances are someone else will as well. I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow.